his internist, Dr. Michael Newman, has made a statement from Sibley Hospital where Tim was taken. I'll read that and then resume our reflections and attempts to make some sense of all this. Dr. Newman said, Tim Russert collapsed while preparing for Meet the Press. Resuscitation was begun immediately, and the DC EMS arrived on the scene, and a full code was initiated, and he was transported to Sibley Memorial Hospital, where resuscitation efforts were continued, but to no avail. The cause of death is yet to be determined. An autopsy is being performed. Howard, I can't imagine anything that would be, if something like this is so utterly unpredictable and utterly unbelievable. The one unbelievable part about it, I suppose, was the first sentence of Dr. Newman's statement. Tim Russert collapsed while preparing for Meet the Press.
I'm sitting here in the bureau that Tim didn't build but presided over, like the benevolent dad, like the bureau chief that he was. I'm thinking about his family. I'm thinking about Maureen Orth, his lovely and incredibly accomplished wife, a great journalist. They loved each other passionately. Maureen had her own professional life that she pursued with great vigor. They were both incredibly dedicated to their child, Luke, who, as others have pointed out, Tim was able to see graduate from Boston College. They went over to Italy. Maureen and Luke are still there, I gather, and on their way back, but Tim came back early, as I said before, to begin preparing for Meet the Press. But the fact that they were in Italy reminds me of something I wanted to mention. I'm not Catholic, I'm Jewish, but I'll tell you, if I ever thought about being Catholic, Tim would be the best advertisement for that faith that there is. I happened to attend, almost sneak in, I would say, but attend a Real Fish Out of Water, which is the Al Smith dinner in New York, which is the big dinner of all the Irish Catholic Pauls in New York, which used to be, and to some extent still is synonymous with all politicians in New York. And they're all there in white tie, and Tim was in his element. And he took a double take when he saw me there, because I was just trying to cover a political story. Was not properly dressed, of course. And nobody could be more embracing and welcoming than Tim. He said, you know, we might try and bring you over, Feynman. You know, we might try and reel you in. And you know what? He would have been a great fisherman for his faith, to use the analogy on purpose. Obviously, his faith animated him in a way that people outside the city didn't necessarily understand. We talked about Buffalo, we talked about his family, we talked about his love of journalism. But in whatever way he expressed it, he was a very deeply devout Catholic. I think the structure of the church meant a tremendous amount to Tim. Tim was a guy of structure, loved his family, loved the bureau, loved the camaraderie of NBC, loved journalism and being part of the tribe of journalism. But I think the faith that he must have learned up in Buffalo from his parents, that he grew up in that Catholic community in Buffalo, meant everything to him and helped guide and focus him and keep him grounded in this city where way too many people pursue false gods. And Tim was the kind of guy who never pursued false gods. He pursued the real one.